as a joint parliamentary panel approved 14 amendments to the controversial Waqf Amendment Bill, opposition MPs have alleged bias and the DMK has claimed they will challenge it in the court. BJP's Ajay Alok told NDTV the opposition just wants to prove who is more ahead in opposing, while Ghanshyam Tiwari of Samajwadi Party said the BJP is adamant on passing anti-minority laws without including or even hearing the natural voices of minorities. A Joint Parliamentary Committee or JPC formed to deliberate on the proposed Waqf Amendment, which aimed to introduce 44 changes on how Muslim charitable properties are managed in India. The committee, led by BJP MP Jagdambika Pal, considered 66 proposed amendments, 23 from the ruling BJP and 44 from the opposition members. After detailed deliberations, the committee accepted 14 changes to the draft tabled in the House in August last year, rejecting the opposition suggestions after party line voting. The JP has 16 members from the BJP and its allies and only 10 from the opposition parties. Quote, 44 amendments were discussed in detailed discussions over 6 months. We sought amendments from all members. This was our final meeting. 14 were accepted by the committee on the basis of a majority vote. Opposition also suggested amendments. Each was put to a vote. There were 10 votes supporting theirs and 16 votes opposing it, unquote, Jagdambika Pal said. Voting to confirm the 14 changes is scheduled for January 29th, with the final report to be submitted by January 31st. Originally, the committee was supposed to file the report by November 29, but the deadline was extended to February 13, the last day of the budget session. The JPC has held nearly 36 hearings, many of which ended in chaos as opposition MPs accused the committee chair of bias towards the ruling party. BJP MP Aparajita Sarangi defended the process, stating, Mr. Pal tried to hear everybody out and gave sufficient time for everybody to move amendments. However, opposition members have voiced strong opposition to the amendments, particularly in light of upcoming elections. Last week, 10 MPs of the opposition, including Trinamool's Kanyal Banerjee and AIMIM's Asaduddin Owaisi, were suspended after they claimed they weren't given enough time to study the proposed changes. They wrote to the Lok Sabha Speaker Om Birla, accusing Mr. Pal of attempting to steamroll the bill through before the February 5th Delhi election. The Waqf Amendment Bill proposes significant changes to the administration of Waqf boards, including the nomination of non-Muslim members and at least 2 women members. The Central Waqf Council would include a union minister, 3 MPs, 2 ex-judges and several high-profile individuals, none of whom necessarily need to be from the Muslim community. Additionally, the bill seeks to prevent the Waqf Council from claiming land and limits donation to the Waqf from Muslims who have practiced their faith for at least 5 years, a provision that sparked controversy on the term practicing Muslim. Supporters argue the amendments are aimed at empowering Muslim communities who they say have suffered under the law. However, critics, including Congress's K.C. Venugopal, argue the bill infringes on religious freedoms and violates constitutional provisions such as Article 15 and Article 30, which protect religious rights and minority education.